Greetings, world. It is us, hairy game lords. We, this evening, have been playing this. Small Islands. From Lucky Duck and Mushroom Games. What did we think? Find out. So, Hipster King here with my thoughts on this one, Small Islands. First of all, really like, I'm going to steal Andy's comment, really like the artwork.
Oh, come off it. It's the only thing I get to say.
I like the artwork too.
It's just really nice. This game is lovely. It's tile placement, so you start your hand with 2 tiles, you draw one from an option of 3, and then you pick to play one of those 3 tiles down onto an ever-growing map, and basically it's like it's got Carcassonne tile placement rules, so you've got to match the sides to the sides, and you're building sea and islands, unsurprisingly. Everybody, one of the things I really like is at the start of the game and the start of each round, you're given 3 objective cards. You keep one for your next round, and you discard one. So there's a bit of planning around what's currently on the table and what you could be building. And basically you get points for, there are temples and there are different kind of resources that are going to be on the islands in different numbers. And there are different missions that you've got to achieve. So for example, this one, you need to have more of the green leaves and the little pink flowers. And then if that's the case, for each island that you choose to score that round, you're going to get 1 point for every green leaf on that island, plus 2 points. Dead simple. And you can score a multitude of islands each time, but you can only score your island once. So you might choose to hold off on scoring that island for later in the game. So there's a bit of trying to work out which way you're going to strategize there. And there are lots of different options in terms of what you're looking for in terms of your missions. And then lots of different ways that you're going to score, and there are some quite relatively complex scoring options. And at the end of each round, you're going to score your points, your prestige points, and you get that at the end of each round. And then at the end of the game, there's that a bit like, I guess it's like the farmer in Carcassonne. You lay your ship tile to end a round. Here we go. There's the red player's ship tile. And you are going to score every port icon that is in the 8 squares around your ship tile.
Your ship tile?
Your ship tile. And that's kind of the end game scoring option as well. You keep your points hidden during the game, and then obviously, as with most of these types of game, the player with the most prestige points is the winner. It's a really simple game, but absolutely lovely. And there's enough layers of strategy. This is definitely a lovely gateway game. I would say I wouldn't even say gateway plus. I think you could play this with non-gamers comfortably and they'd manage it. But with a game group, you do get that extra bit of strategy and really thinking, oh, if I'd done that differently, or there are a few things that you can do to potentially, if you get an idea of what your opponents might be going for, there are some tokens that you can play that can throw the game a little bit or can play into your advantage. So there are some different options as well with the strategies you can play. We had a blast this evening. It's just a really nice game. We all said at the end that was a real joy to play. So Small Islands, if you haven't already, definitely check it out.
Bearded lady here. I don't think Pete mentioned the art. Oh, he did. Nothing else to say. Great game. Loved it. Really, really enjoyed it a lot. Really nice components. So you got nice thick tiles. Guan. Excellente.
Build an island.
Build an island. Love it. Felt at the beginning, I was like, oh yeah, it's just Carcassonne on the sea. And I think both James and I secretly thought, man, these rules feel a little bit complex. But they weren't at all. Once you got into it, it was like, oh, this is really easy, really simple. There was almost a little bit of AP coming from Dave, as he was a bit like, But then, us hairy game lords like to see a challenge. If we see 30 minutes on the box, we think we can take that out to at least an hour and a half. See our drop it video. The simplest of game, strategized. But yeah, lots of fun. I really liked that whole element of you're choosing a mission card and then one for the next go, so that you can be planning ahead. Only I didn't do that very well, and I like the way also you've got these little tokens that you can place. Ding. These little tokens,
And they're double-sided.
And they're double-sided, so you can place them down in locations where you need to bolster that resource or port. But yeah, great little game. Enjoyed it a lot. Check it out.
Hi, Dave Gray.
Hi.
Now then. Hi, Ange. Now, Ange might say I was suffering from a little bit of AP playing this game. However, who won?
Don't think too long about it.
It was me!
It's not that difficult.
So, as the winner, there's a couple of things that you need to think about in this, because it is quite light in terms of
He
rules.
wins 2 games
but
in 2 weeks and he thinks he's like God's gift, doesn't he?
it's because I am. I can't help this.
Come learn from me, children.
Learn from the master. So yeah, very light if you want it to be a gateway game, but there is strategy behind it. So one of the important things is Peter's shoved them all out of reach. One of the important things is you only have 4 of these little clan houses.
8 in total.
8 in total, because you refill. However, you can only put 1 house on each island. So, if you get too excited too quickly and put a house down and score points that round, and then that island expands, gets more resources, and you end up wishing that you just held back a little bit until the next round you could have scored more points, you just need to pace yourself. So that's the first thing. Don't get excited too soon, kids.
Don't blow your load.
And I can't even remember what the second thing was.
Classic. He's old and wise.
And you can't put 2 houses on the same island. So if you see one of your opponents that's got a house on an island and there's another island just next to it that they don't have a house on, and you can get those 2 islands linked together, you can stop them scoring even more points. So we're the Hairy Game Lords. We love getting one over each other and a bit of backstabbing. But yeah, there is opportunity for blocking people. And like Anne says, with these little tokeny fellas, you can actually change other people's resources to some of your own. Or one of Pete's goals was to have equal numbers of 2 different resources. If I'd had any tokens left, I could have swapped those over and he wouldn't have scored any points. As it happens, I won anyway, so I didn't need to. Anyway, over to our first loser, James.
Ouch! Slightly Billy James here. Yeah, I thought I did really well, but I came a respectable second to last, which is pretty good. Okay, so this game, all right, we mentioned the art and the components. I need to show you, and these are tiny. These are your little houses.
Small, not tiny. Wrong game,
Okay.
James.
These are small, not far away. These are the different player houses. That's neat. I really like that. That's a nice little touch. So I am going to disagree with the other Hairy Game Lords. This never happens.
Get out.
He is so kind, usually.
My beard, don't take it from me. So the other guy said that this is light. It is light, but I don't think it's a gateway game because
You struggle with it, James.
I struggled. Okay, I think the thing that keeps this from being a gateway game, and it is fantastically designed, I think it's actually just a step too complex to learn if you're new to board games. And you're trying to wrap your head around the strategy to this. I think you struggle. So I don't think it's a gateway game. But this game is really, really well designed. Like, there were so many steps to it as we were going through it, and like, so they were, as we played it, the first round, you end the round when somebody brings in the boat, and Dave brought in his boat, and I helped him to find a really nice spot, and it was all good. And then we realised, like Dave was saying, you can only colonise an island once. Are we colonising? What are we doing? Who knows? You can only put a house on an island once. And so we all had a collective realisation of, oh, we thought we understood this war to Carcassonne, but we did not. And then it took another step, because we thought, actually, the reason it's called Small Islands is because the game forces you to make loads and loads of little islands, which is really nice. I like that thematically and mechanically. It beautifully works together. As far as this game goes, I would like to play it again. And I think it's a great game for a gamer as well as somebody who is potentially wanting to introduce their Gateway Plus friends to a game, because you can go advanced. And advanced takes it to a different level. You've got loads of strategy, loads of opportunities for AP, and loads
You
of...
don't need any opportunities for AP.
Loads of opportunities for you to really dig deep into your strategies and to think ahead and to plan and to do really clever moves. This game also plays solo, so that's really exciting as well. Overall, really great game, and I think that the box looks lighter than it is. But that's just my opinion. And I'm just going to read from the back of the box. Seagulls fly away, but tiles are forever.
Ages 6+.
Wait,
8+.
A+. Okay, an 8-year-old will school me at this game.